Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back. It's your favorite noob cow and my favorite friend, Mr. Enderman, that always tries to ruin my shot. Anyway, today's episode means a whole lot to me. We're going to be building a monument in support of my son. About 2.5 years ago, he was diagnosed with autism, and I fully support autism awareness. We do not in any way, shape, or form support any type of bullying or making fun of people with disabilities on this channel. That being said, we're going to have to put together a lot of materials. We're going to do some montages of me collecting some materials and probably a time lapse of me taking out the end portal ring around the end portal so that we can build a sand/concrete duper to put together some of those materials. And then after that, we'll start on building the actual monument, which is by far going to be the biggest build in this world by far yet to date. So it is pretty big. And I hope you guys support the same things that I do, and you guys are against bullying as well. I love you guys tuning into the channel. I really appreciate the support that we're getting so far, and I hope you guys are loving the content. So, like I said, this episode means a lot to me, and I hope you guys give it a thumbs up and a like just in support of it, and hope you guys are loving it. So thank you for tuning into the channel, and let's get straight to it. All right, here we are at the portal. We're going to try and break this end portal gate and see what happens. I've not tried this yet in 1.21.4. I think that may have worked. It did. All right, we're in there. So this is exactly what we're looking for. We want to be able to... I kind of want to save those. I do a lot of building with these. Got a ideal for those from another YouTuber, and I really love the way that they look as like decorations and stuff like that, so we'll keep those. I'm gonna step back here. That kind of did some damage to me there. All right, the first couple parts are easy. It's once you get to the other parts, you kind of gotta maneuver, I guess, and figure out how to... You don't want to step into there. So these stairs are gonna have to come down no matter what anyway. So let's just get all this stuff out of the way. I have this same exact build in my old world. That's how I know the possibilities of this stuff, and this is a very OP machine. Works very well. I quite possibly might have to move the portal, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Might break the portal. That's not good if it does. Still sounds like it's going off. It is. Alright. Well, it doesn't... Funny thing, it breaks end gates but won't break an end portal. That's funny. I'm not too concerned about the rest of that. Why do I hear someone beating on a door? I'm not inside of a room. You can't get to me, buddy. Well, they broke that door. They're coming in wherever they are. Alright, let's focus on this side. Alright, we got that. Now we just gotta try to get those last couple of pieces. That's where it kind of gets... You gotta try to figure out how to... Oh yeah, I forgot we dug straight down to it once we found it. So I'm thinking if we just go right next to this one, we should be able to take it out. They are beating them doors down, thinking I'm in one of those rooms, I guess. Alright, and then we should just be able to pop one here. Oh. And that did it. Alright. So we are officially broken on the portal. Now all we have to do is dig out the room and then start building the sand duper. But I still have to get the materials and put the materials together, and this nether portal is definitely going to have to move back. I may decide to put that on the nether roof just for ease of access to get forth and back, because we'll have to build a I forget what they call them, a chunk loader, so that when we go into the end, the chunk is still loaded here and it's still sending sand to the end to be item sorted. So we may have to move that. I'm thinking we may move it to the top of the nether roof, just so we can go straight from the gold farm to that portal and from the home portal very easily. But we'll get to that part when we get there. So let me just move out this room a couple blocks on each side, maybe down by one, and then we'll focus on the nether portal or the end portal. All right, so we've done a whole lot of digging, as you see by my pick. That was about half of a netherite pick, so that's some good digging. We dug out this whole room of what I think should be sufficient for the build. Everything doesn't need to be symmetrical. I'm kind of a freak about stuff like that, but this is just a sand duper room. I'm not too concerned with it. I might come in here and flex a little bit on it later. Right now, I'm just really trying to get to this build and make sure everything goes smoothly. So now we're going to go put together all of the materials that we're going to need to build the sand duper over the portal, and then we have to build the chunk loader going into the other end of the portal. I did move the portal. It is still connected on the other side, so that's good. We don't have to really worry about changing the portal to the nether roof, and that's kind of a plus. So let's put together the materials for the sand duper, and then I'll probably put together a time lapse just to put everything together real quick. I don't really want to spend too much time on it. It's just a simple little redstone build with some sticky pistons and some honey blocks and stuff like that, which I've been farming the honey blocks. I've farmed plenty of slime blocks. I got plenty of that stuff, so I just got to put together all the redstone materials and things that we're going to need: some scaffolding, some pistons, some redstone torches, and all of that good stuff. All that stuff you guys already know I have. You've already seen it before, so I think I'll just skip that part and we'll just convene back here when I get the materials. And probably from here, you guys will probably go straight into a time lapse. So I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, so I'm pretty sure we got the chunk loader working. That just took me a god awful time. I haven't built one of these in a long time, so I had to figure out. And then I realized I was missing the hopper underneath there to reposition. And then you need a hopper with minecart to go into here. Well, they changed in the recent updates collisions to blocks with minecarts. So what I did to fix it was I actually took the minecart with hopper and came in through the back side so it wouldn't pop through the front and collide with the other minecart. And then I'm assuming that it's working, because it's, if you look real closely there, it just keeps ticking back through the other side, and that's how it worked on my other world. So I'm assuming that the chunk loader is working. So this chunk and the surrounding 5 chunks around it, I believe, or 3 chunks around it, should be at least loaded chunks or lazy chunks. And that means that the duper right here in the middle, no matter what, should work, and we shouldn't have a problem. So that being said, one of the issues that I have, I don't know how to correct this. I'll have to do some more research. I've been trying to find some research. When I do time lapses, if I go through the end portal or a nether portal, it does this weird thing where I look at the sky and I have to keep cutting that out of the time lapses. It's just really inconvenient, and I don't want to screw the time lapse up and have you guys watching some sky pan. So I'm going to time lapse the build for this, and then I'm just going to go through the end and just build up the room for the chests. It's nothing but a couple chests and some hoppers to catch the sand when it comes through. So when we get done with the time lapse for the build, I'll go through the end portal and show you guys on the other side where all of the duplicated items are caught and put into the chest. So we'll just make it more simple and easier to edit, and I'll just show you the finished product in the end. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. It's just super simple little room with a couple hoppers in it. So let's throw on some music and let's do this time lapse of me building the sand duper, and I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. All right, y'all. We've got all the materials ready for the sand duper. We're getting ready to go build it. Replay has joined us for the build. Replay's got some new friends. Go on and tell them who you got, Replay.
We got Perry and Terry. Found them in a jungle while getting some materials. Friended them, and now they're gonna sit here, and I'm gonna be their father.
Oh, you're their father. He's Perry and Terry's father. All right, so let's get over here and let's get to cooking on this sand duper so we can start working on the monument. We'll see you guys on the other side. All right, so as you've seen in the time lapse, we just completed the sand duper slash concrete duper, and we're going to show you guys how it works and how everything gets spun over to the end and how we collect it in the end. So to start, you have to turn on the chunk loader so that this chunk is continuously loaded while we're in the end. Then Replay is going to turn the machine on. It's going to get a little loud in here, guys. Turn it on. Turn it on.
1 second, hold up. There we go. Sorry, my button wasn't working.
All right, so then
Knocked me off.
we go up and we just jump on in the end. Everything should be flying through here. Yeah. Wait, what's going on here? This is not right. Replay forgot to put the buttons here that he told me he put there.
I'm sorry.
Put them on, hurry. Put the one, put it, there we go. All right,
There
so
we
everything's
go.
being broken. A little bit of lossage there, no big deal. So if we go down here, we see that we are getting, let's get rid of that and that. And we are officially collecting sand, concrete, gravel, and now in our world we will have unlimited concrete powder, unlimited sand, unlimited gravel, as much as we need, as much as we want. This thing will run and run and run. And it's actually pretty OP. If you let this thing run a little crazy, it can crash your world. So as you see, we're having a little bit of build up here, which isn't too crazy of a build up. I've seen much worse. I want to make sure that these hoppers up here are in placement correctly. Yeah, so it's just going to the back hopper, and then it's, which is kind of a design flaw of this design that I had made, because it just kind of spills back there to the back hopper, but the premise was that it would skip to the front hopper, but you only got one hopper tick speed, so it's really not that great. Kind of have to take it with the nuances, I guess. It comes with the territory. It is what it is. But then after you're in here for a while, you just go out over back to the machine and you turn it off. But you're free to kind of let this run for a little bit, let it build up. You definitely don't want to just continuously let it run and never turn it off. This thing has the possibility to crash your world.
Where's the
I'm looking for white concrete powder. Where's that at?
I'm looking for, oh, there's some over here. I'm looking for red.
Red's in the one over there. Not this one. It's right here.
Okay.
So we have all 16 colors, plus we have gravel, plus we have sand. So pretty much when it comes to gravity blocks, we have all gravity blocks being duplicated right now through the sand duplicator, and this will just stack up and make us everything that we need to make this awesome monument for Mr. Man. And I think he's gonna love it. It's gonna be cool, and I hope you guys love it. Hope it's cool. So we're gonna gather up some of this concrete for a little while, farm it up, and then we're going to cut probably to the next scene. Will be another time lapse of us building, or maybe just me building the monument. Replay's got some things he needs to do. I don't know if he'll have time to build the monument with me, so the next scene will be of the monument being built. So I'll see you guys on the other side.
For the main Mr. Man.
my son was diagnosed with autism, my heart literally fell through my chest. I really didn't understand how to be a parent to a child with special needs. Over the years, I've learned so many things about this unique but not rare disability that affects a lot of children, grown adults, and just many people on this planet. It is a beautiful, at times hard thing to deal with. My son is very bright. He is nonverbal, but he's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. This monument was something that I took very seriously, and I had a ton of fun building this. I only hope that one day he'll see it and just a smile or a laugh or a look, anything, and know that I appreciate having him in my life, and that my life would never be the same if he wasn't in my life. I used to think to myself, I wonder what I could do to help change things for him, or I used to wish that I could change things for him. But then I thought to myself, if I changed anything about him, he wouldn't be him. And why would I want to change him? Because I love everything about him. You see, life is what you make it. And if you don't make greatness from the situations you're in, then you're not going to live in great situations. If you make situations bad, then you're going to live in bad situations. And I chose that I'm not going to live like that, because I don't want my child to feel different than other people. It's already bad enough in the world as it is, and people get treated certain ways for certain things. I don't want to treat my child differently and make him feel that he's different. So I chose to accept it, and our life has been much better since I have chose to accept what is going on and what is his way of living. I call him Mr. Man because around here we live by his rules, but that's okay with me, because life is what you make it, and I made my priority my children. And this one right here, this one is for Mr. Man. And one day I hope he sees this, and I hope he smiles, and I hope he loves it. But there is work to do, and we gotta finish this monument. Let's get back to it.
Bro. Be fucking real, man. Come on.
As the moon rolls in and sets on the new monument, it is looking amazing and beautiful. And I think my son would be proud of this monument and he would love it. And this is an awesome, awesome build for me. I had so much fun building this thing, so much fun designing it. It took me forever to do, but it was well worth the time, well worth the effort, well worth everything. I couldn't dream of it coming out any better for my standards, for what I believe I can build at, the level I believe I can build at. And it just looks awesome. I can't say enough how happy I am with the build and the overall outcome of it. And I really want to thank you guys for tuning in and sharing this moment with me, sharing this beautiful monument with me. Hope you guys are loving the content. I'm having so much fun playing on this map right now, and I can't wait to see what comes for the future and what we have in store for the future. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We have so many plans for so many things in this world, and yeah, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm the Cow, Minecraft Hardcore Noobs. I think that'll do it for today's episode, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.